Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of the Floor 26 podcast, the show made by young people for everybody. My name is Adam Duffy with a sore throat and a headache from last night. And today, I'm joined by my illustrious co-hosts, Jack Casey.
What's up, everybody?
I say co-host, but it's just Jack Casey.
It's just me today, once again. It's like this, what, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yes, we did. You were here, just me and you, and then it was just the other two, and now you're back.
We back.
And
I just don't like them.
Yeah,
I wait for them to say they can't come, and then I say, yeah, I'll be there.
right.
Every single week, yeah.
Or you just intentionally plan around days, like times they can't make it.
Like TJ says, yeah, I bet I'll be there. Or Parsa's like, I can make it. I'm busy. That's crazy.
Right, this goes on for like 3 months, and we don't notice until that. And it's like, wait, Jack, do you have a problem?
There's like a pattern showing up or something. Yeah. What concert were you at? You didn't even tell me.
Yes, so awesomest thing. So it was the Hella Mega Tour, which is the tour of Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer.
Oh, at SunTrust.
At
Truist.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it had been scheduled for like last year, obviously postponed for a year and a half, and this is their second date on their newly rescheduled tour. And my brother and my friend Nick Muckerman, who we actually had on the show, they were going to go to it with another friend who lives out back in Montana. But last minute, guy from Montana pulled out. Brother was like, hey, we have an extra ticket to Hella Mega Tour. Do you want to come? And I was like, hell yeah, I do.
Cool.
And so, with like 3 days notice, I just went to the show with them, and it was fantastic.
Nice. I would have worked that. Depression.
Yeah. Me and Mike made a few jokes about it.
Nice.
But Evan was there.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw him at the gate.
Yep.
And he was like, he said hi to me and all that, and it felt weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
tapped in for me.
It was cool.
I recommended him. Came in, did a thing. We were together for like, I don't know, a week. I was out that bitch.
Let's get Evan fired now.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's easy to do.
Right, apparently.
Can't be that hard. Oh, man.
Man, you just keep getting kicked in the dick.
Yeah, summer's been a bit of a shitter. Since that, I've been making plenty of money, though. I was doing little things here and there. So I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Like, definitely. Looking back, I was actually thinking about it today. I haven't thought about it in a while, but I was thinking about it today. Like, I'm completely okay. I'm totally okay.
You're content?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Shit is not bad. You know what? Oh, my God, Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Guess what happened yesterday?
Jesus, what?
Guess what happened yesterday?
What happened yesterday?
I didn't just sign up for. I got invited to the Halo beta.
I saw that on your story, and I was going to ask you about it.
I fucking pissed my pants. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What does it take to get invited?
I signed up months in advance and like just had to get lucky. Like
wow.
I've been considered a Halo insider for like a few years now. And like every single, like when Halo MCC got ported to PC, like, I don't know, it's been probably like a year and a half, something like that. They were like, because there's like 5 games on that thing, 6 games on MCC. And the port to PC, they did one at a time. It went Reach, 1, 2, they just did it all in order. And every time for that, they had a flight and like a beta. I never got asked to do that shit. I was like, what the fuck? But now, oh my God,
for the new one.
Yeah, for a game I haven't played. Like, right? Reach on PC, fucking do. But like,
this is exciting.
It's like, I know people who didn't get it. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm so fucking hyped.
Are you going to stream it?
I don't know.
Are you allowed to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because actually, probably in like a few minutes, Halo themselves is streaming it because it starts tomorrow. It was like no warning at all. Like I got the email yesterday and the beta starts tomorrow.
Sick.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's awesome.
I know.
Is it like, do you think it's like a sensitive link to you, like through an email?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they sent me the email yesterday that said you're in, and then in that email they were like, today or tomorrow we'll send you how to download it and stuff. I'm fucking on the list.
Just CC that to me.
Yeah. No, honestly, I thought about it. I was like, how could other people, like, I guess they have like my gamer tag and stuff. Because when I had to sign up, I actually had to, the sign up process was kind of long. I had to like download this thing. It's like built into Windows, but like you had to download like your spec sheet basically. And like they had to approve it to make sure you could actually run the game and stuff.
Interesting.
So like it was actually a deep process. You couldn't just like pass it on. I was like, oh shit. But
makes sense. I'm
gonna play that fucking game.
That's exciting.
Oh my god.
I hope next week it doesn't show up and just like it was fucking ass.
Dude, honestly, I thought about that. I was like, man, because as it gets closer and closer, I'm like, man, what if this shit fucking sucks again? What if it's like 2012 and 2015 all over again? Like, oh fuck. Shit. Had 9 years of some shitters.
We on my way back from ATL this morning, we were talking about me and Nick were talking about how awesome like a remaster of some of those older games would be, like Reach especially.
3.
And 3, yeah.
3. Reach doesn't need it. Reach is pretty hot.
It is like it's the latest of like the good ones.
Yeah.
Because it was the last one for 4. And it's still pretty good, but definitely any of those, even like ODST, any of that bunch right there, I could go for a remaster of that.
ODST would look hot.
It would.
Oh my god. ODST would be with all the rain and shit. With like ray tracing from today on ODST. Oh my dick.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'm like 200 hours into the Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Yeah, how's that going?
The first one came out in 2004, I want to believe. It was like platinum on the Xbox, on the original Xbox, and then the last one I think came out in 2011. But
Mass Effect 3 was 2011.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, still a long time ago.
Because I remember when it came out, everyone was losing their mind over the ending.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Everyone fucking hated the ending.
Yeah,
because there was different ones and like they all sucked or something.
There were different ones that were all partial, like for the most part the same, and it didn't feel very
okay.
It didn't feel very Mass Effect-y, which the whole third game has a lot of problems with like rushed writing and different like people working on it and all that. But all of the games look like so sexy for sure. Like dude, like some of these aliens, dude, damn. They look hot in 4K Ultra HD.
Damn.
And my customizable Commander Shepard, the main character.
You can customize Shepard?
Yeah.
You mean like his armor?
No, their facial.
Really?
Because you can do male or female, and then there's a big customization screen, just like Skyrim.
But like he's on the cover.
Yeah, but you can make them like that's the default, and that's like you can do default.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
For all 3?
All 3, yeah.
Oh wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, and when you import your character, it imports the same facial features, obviously. But my Shepard is a baddie. Yeah. I made it a girl.
Right.
Just
like,
to preface, but she's hot. No, for real, I'll be sitting in cutscenes and I'm just like,
damn, bitch. Oh, we got some fucking biddies in space. Like,
Shepard got me bricked up.
Oh shit. Yeah, but there is a lot of games I wish they would, because like it was a trend for a little bit, like when MCC came out and then they did like all of Modern Warfare 1. They did like all the maps. Fun. That was cool. And then they did Modern Warfare 2, but just the campaign. They didn't do the multiplayer for it.
I still played the campaign. Lots of fun.
Yeah, it was good.
And it doesn't feel like a huge process, like especially like not changing any parts of the game like Mass Effect. They just retextured stuff and then like fixed a few like long-term bugs that were in the first games. And it was like they announced it like a year before they released it. I'm sure they'd been working on it, but it didn't seem like the most difficult process. It feels like it's honestly a quick buck, I want to say, but I mean, like, yeah.
Well, it is, because like all those remasters aren't done by the original studio. And even like for Halo, like when 343 took over and made Halo 1 and Halo 2 remaster, they didn't do it themselves. They like outsourced it.
Yeah. Demon Souls, one of like the Dark Souls games, when that was remastered, it was a separate studio as well, and they changed a few more things, but for the most part, I see what you say about outsourcing that. Yeah,
it is cool for Halo 1 and Halo 2 when they redid them, because they kept all like the like glitchy fun stuff. Like they didn't fix it, because then it wouldn't be the original game.
That's true.
Because like in Halo 2 there was this thing where if you had a rocket launcher and an energy sword, you could like trick the game and like launch across anywhere. Like because in Halo 2 the energy sword has like a lunge feature. So if you use your rocket reticle like to lock onto someone, like make it red, so it's like highlighting over someone. Yeah. If you shoot it and then quickly switch to your sword, you fucking fly. Like it is, because it binds like the reticle with the lunge feature, and it's fucking broken. And they kept it in. It's so cool. It's awesome.
That's awesome. No, for sure you have to keep something like that in.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff like that they kept.
In Demon Souls, that game's like old. That's like old, and. You know,
Is Dark Souls the sequel to that?
Yeah, so the first game in that series was Demon Souls, then Dark Souls 1, and then 2 and 3, and then like the newer ones. But in that game, you can only roll in 4 directions. Like rolling is a huge part of that game. You can only roll
really?
left, right, forward, back. Yeah, it's like super old. Like there was not omnidirectional rolling.
Oh wow, it's old. Yeah,
there was not omnidirectional rolling, and they added omnidirectional rolling because that's like a thing where it's like God, people would not go back and even play that because of that.
Yeah.
Because all the new games. But I haven't played it before.
Too old for your time.
Yeah, and it's just like I get in this state of mind when I play Dark Souls games where it's like
hard as fuck.
I get sweaty and like it's bad for my mental health.
Dude, Nate Jakey's always talking about fucking Dark Souls. He loves that game.
Yep.
That and Bloodborne, man, that's his shit.
Yeah, man, that studio is fantastic.
Oh, that's the same studio?
Same studio.
What?
Yep, same like.
I thought they were competitors.
Same director too.
What?
Yeah.
It's like the same game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just different like eras almost. Like there's always like people looking at like how their stories mix in the universe.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they the same universe?
Yeah, and then you've seen Sekiro, right? The samurai one recently. No, okay. Well, it's the same studio, new story.
Damn, I had no idea. I swear to God, I thought Bloodborne was a like attempt at competing with Dark Souls. Mm-hmm. It's the same shit?
It's the same shit, and people will always rage as to which is better, Bloodborne or Dark Souls.
Damn, I had no idea. That kind of blew my mind a little bit. Like honestly, I don't know anything about those fucking games. I thought they were like.
I distinctly. It's one of those things where I distinctly remember the first time I sat down and played it by myself, Dark Souls, and just like that feeling of being like a brutally hard game and like being just thrown into it without knowing anything. It's a good experience.
Yeah.
But it is hard as dick. It is. I've broken.
Are there like difficulties or is it just standard?
It's a straight difficulty. No change.
Really?
Yeah. And there are ways you can make like certain areas of the game easier, but for the most part, you have to tough it out and just get good, as the kids would say.
When you fucking nail a parry and fuck a bitch up, that's not a quote, but that's what Nicky Jakey's always talking about.
Yeah. No, that's perfect, man.
Dude, where the fuck is he?
Oh man, I watched there was a video.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Oh, I totally did. Yeah, and apparently
he's just been chilling.
Yeah, and
he's just not doing shit.
The only thing he's ever been seen on was like a phone call on YouTube, on another person's YouTube video.
They like called him.
Apparently he's just working on himself, which I can respect, but also like
where the fuck is that?
Get a video out.
Yeah,
right?
like what the fuck? I don't understand that because he's gonna run out of money eventually. He's making plenty. Don't get me wrong.
He just moved to New York too.
I know he moved to New York like when the pandemic first started.
Yeah, which like sure will fuck you up, but like New York's still expensive.
Yeah, shit is kind of nuts. Cause like you and me are rewatching his shit all the time, giving him clicks, whatever. But like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't know. That Last of Us video was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, it was. It was like 8 months ago, right? It was like.
Yeah, probably like 9 or 10 months ago.
Wow, what an enigma.
It's crazy.
Just a random ass.
I played Last of Us 1 but never finished it just because like I never had time to finish it, and I liked it a lot. And I didn't know much about the second. I mean, I knew the second one was hyped and everyone was freaking out about it.
Yeah.
But his video was really good.
Oh, for sure.
His breakdown of Last of Us 2, like, I haven't played that shit, but I feel like I
haven't played it, but yeah, I feel like, I'm like, I feel like he gave me a good enough understanding of the game and reasons why I should be.
Same with Red Dead. Those two videos,
haven't played Red Dead either.
Yep.
It's hilarious how much he's able to bring you into these games.
I know.
And like, very eloquently explain his issues with that.
Because those two videos are long ones. Like they're each like 45 minutes.
They're like documentaries.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
He's just going.
I mean, honestly, like he could be working on just like a 3, like he could just be working on videos.
No. You think honestly, that would be a dream come true if he stockpiled videos and just like put them out once a week or something. That would be great.
Although I'm imagining like on top of a break, he's probably also working. It's like he could be in like the video making process right now. And he could drop it in like 2 months.
That's true.
It could, yeah, that could happen.
On what though?
Something random.
It could be anything.
Well, because you think about it, like he just plucks a piece of life and he just makes a video about it, like online dating.
Yeah.
Downloading music, like stuff like that.
Dude, that downloading music one is so fucking good.
It's hilarious.
I love that one.
Like I wonder if we could brainstorm what little piece, microcosm of life he could just dive into.
Yeah. He flash games.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
Beautiful. Scholastic book fairs.
Perfect
Beautiful.
example.
Like just things like either related to that generation's like childhood or anything like that. And just, I wonder what he could dive into.
He could do maybe Cartoon Network, Nick, and Disney Channel.
Oh, Disney XD, you think?
Yeah. Like he could hit like the kids networks from like early 2000s. That'd be a good video.
That'd be good. Yeah.
I feel like because like he's done like the Disney Channel movie video.
Yeah, the original movies video. That was good too. That was good. And I would love him to see him like talk about old Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
Like fucking iCarly or
even like
Zoe 101.
Yeah, I was about to say like even the farther shit that like damn. Because that's the kind of shit he was like late 90s baby. So he got shit that like we've probably never even heard of.
Yeah, probably the Amanda something.
Amanda show.
The Amanda show. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. I wasn't sure if you knew what it was because I never watched it. I just know the fucking title.
It was way too old for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was barely up there with stuff like Zoe 101.
Yeah. Yeah. I was late to Zoe 101. I saw it when it came on Team Nick after I was like,
oh.
Yeah.
Team Nick.
Yeah. Hosted by Nick Cannon.
Oh my goodness, Nick fucking Cannon too. Dude, that was such a fucking fever dream. I remember having this conversation with my sister about how we were talking about streaming platforms and like we were talking about how each streaming platform currently has like random shit and then like the one hallmark of their streaming service that like makes it annoying because you want to buy it but it's not worth it for anything but that. And we're talking about how Paramount Plus has all of like the Nickelodeon IPs. Yeah. Has like every Nickelodeon show. All like Zoe 101, Amanda show, all that shit. And so like and that's like the one drawing power they have. I have no idea what else they have.
Well,
they have like Hallmark movies, I think.
Yeah, it's everything under Viacom and CBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't even know. Like CBS has Star Trek, I know.
I saw that, yeah.
Fucking Nick stuff, MTV stuff.
Yeah, if you want to watch reruns of MTV Cribs.
That's on there. That is on there. I know it is.
Worth it, dude.
Worth it.
But yeah, and then like HBO has. I mean,
HBO's banging.
That's stacked.
HBO, bro. I was on HBO Max yesterday, scrolling through, and I was like, "Damn,
it's stacked."
Like, Jesus,
it's like an NBA team that just has like all the stars.
Yeah, it is like the '96, like all hype. Oh my god,
that's good. It's good for sure. So we even mentioned that HBO Max doesn't really apply there, but then like stuff like what was there other streaming services? There was one example that was really glaring that I said even before Paramount Plus, and I cannot remember. Oh, well, I was saying that HBO Max is the only place that has Friends, like that you can just watch for free with their subscription.
Yeah.
And then The Office is owned by Peacock.
Right, but isn't Peacock free?
Peacock has this weird thing. It's like free. It has a partnership with like a live television, so you see live television when you're on there.
Okay.
App, and you can like watch like TV like you would 10 years ago. And then there's like a streaming service, and I don't know if it's paid or not. I remember watching The Hunger Games on it, but that was just because it was on live TV through Peacock. I have no clue whether it's paid or not. I just know that they own The Office. That's
what Peacock is The Office. Like all the Peacock ads, we have The Office. Yeah. Like they keep saying it. Yeah. Like okay, we get it.
That's like because it's like the newest one, so they have to like say like they have to fucking butt into the such a dumb oligopoly.
Yeah.
But we were me and my brother were joking about how like right now it's like you have all your IPs and they're all swallowed up by different streaming services, and then there's like 6 streaming services and they're just gonna swallow each other up. We equated it to a game of Agario, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And then we said that eventually this one streaming service is gonna absorb the other ones, grow Disney ears, and just become. we just predict that at some point Disney will just will absorb because like, I feel like we're at the point where like if Peacock doesn't work out, it just goes into Netflix or goes into Hulu. Like just
Sony, aka Columbia, just bought one, didn't they? Or did they partnered with someone?
I think so. I remember seeing headlines about it, but I can't remember.
I don't remember which one it was, but yeah, like because all the studios are gonna get involved, and they'll all have their own. Like Paramount's a studio, they got Paramount Plus, and I'm sure Netflix will buy a studio or some studio will buy Netflix. Same with Hulu, who aren't like blamed, and then Disney has Disney, HBO. Is Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
It's all going to be movie studios. It's all, and then they're all going to just Disney Agario.
Exactly.
Eat that shit. Like,
and then we're just going to be all of our media, our like creative media, even probably our news at some point. It's just all through Disney.
Yes, literally. I don't know though, because remember how long it took for Fox to get acquired by Disney because of like they were considering if it was monopoly.
Yeah, there was a lot of legislation
that took
about
forever.
It did.
So I highly doubt they'll do something like that again.
Yeah, it would take if it did, it would just like it's so difficult to do. I can't see it happening in like a foreseeable future. Like
imagine if Disney bought Sony.
What would you do?
What the fuck?
Like Sony, what are big Sony IPs?
If you ever see the Columbia girl, that's Sony.
Okay, for sure.
Which is a lot.
For sure, yeah.
They'll get Spider-Man back, which is great.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Or like all of Spider-Man back, right? Because I forget how the relationship
right now
works.
it's like just like a partnership. Like you can use Spider-Man in the MCU, but it's still our movie. Like Sony still makes because
the Columbia's at the beginning of those movies. Like you see, like I remember Far From Home, just like it was all graffitied up. But
that's why they're not on Disney Plus because they're Sony movies.
Yeah. Are they on Netflix? I think they are.
Yes, wow. I think so. It might have been Sony and Netflix that partnered up.
Interesting. Look at that. Us deducing
shit. Puzzle pieces. Hell yeah. Oh, man. It's also weird because I saw a Peacock ad today, and Peacock has Harry Potter.
They do, don't they?
But that's Warner Brothers.
It is, isn't it? Because Harry Potter isn't on HBO Max. Like, I remember looking for it on HBO Max before.
Yeah, and what probably happened was Warner Brothers signed streaming rights to NBC, and then made their own shit, and we're like, damn, we don't have Harry Potter. Like, I'm sure in like a year or two when that contract's up, they'll be able to put Harry Potter back on HBO. But they're probably so pissed at themselves. They're like, fucking goddamn it. That could have been like their Office or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, those are everybody would like say like, hey, I want to watch the Harry Potter movies, and then they're like, oh, let's buy an HBO Max subscription. Peacock also has a lot of late night shows.
Really?
Just with just random fucking people.
Well, it's probably Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, but then there's some randos that I've never seen before too.
Oh, fucking the YouTuber girl. Fucking what's her name?
Sing.
Yeah, Lindsay's Leah sings? No. Fuck.
David Dobrik and Lily Singh. Yeah,
Lily,
it's Lily Singh.
Yeah, she has like her own. NBC was trying to make their like YouTuber late night talk show, and it fucking flopped.
Yeah, I don't think she's on the air anymore.
Yeah, she can't be.
Yeah, but
everyone was roasting her. Like she got shit on.
But yeah, there are just some random comedians, I guess, who are just running late night talk shows. And it's just really cringy.
Cringe.
Late night talk shows, I don't. They're just bad. It's just bad.
Cringe.
Right?
They're so outdated.
Yeah. Yes.
Conan O'Brien actually did not a whole thing, but he had like an interview talking about this. All of his shit is made like it's a late night show, like the Conan show on TBS.
Yeah.
But he said early on, like before anyone else, like 2008 or something, his whole producing team like reformatted the show to still be on TV, but to be chopped up into YouTube clips. And he's really proud of that, and he's really smart for doing it so early because that's eventually what everyone else did. Like, no one fucking watches Jimmy Fallon live at 11:30 on NBC.
No, not at all.
Who the fuck doing? No,
not at all.
They're making YouTube clips and have 80 million subscribers because YouTube is like gaslighting them.
Yeah, throw it in like their face or hell, maybe even adding subscribers.
YouTube loves late night on YouTube because they can advertise on it because they know it's clean and like great and it's a familiar face and like it was on
It's
TV.
Essentially like running commercials on like the live show.
Like the YouTube trending page, which we all know is complete bullshit. It's
for sure.
YouTube, like, it's always late night stuff. You
always see Jimmy Fallon.
That shit is not trending. I don't give a shit if fucking Billie Eilish did a performance on, like, what the fuck? People probably give a shit about that, but it's not on the trending page.
Yeah, like, and then the same thing with like new media things like going on these late night shows, like TikTokers being on Conan or like Jimmy Fallon or something like that feels weird.
So strange.
People our age know like these TikTokers that like media like that is
like fucking
very outdated.
Fucking what's her name? You know who I'm thinking of.
Was one of the D'Amelios?
Yes, Charli D'Amelio. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Fucking Charli D'Amelio on a late night show is like her talking to her fucking grandpa's audience. Like, my grandparents love late night. Love it. Not anymore though, because they don't know what it is, but they know it changed, and what that is the fact that it got more YouTube centric. Because they started saying, oh, it feels different. Because like Jay Leno's gone and David Letterman's gone. Like the old dudes are gone, but now it's like all the new guys, and they're like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like,
yeah, well, my parents and I think people our parents' age, like they're really into the John Olivers and the.
John Oliver, I like.
Oh, okay.
He's different because he got HBO shit.
That's fair.
He's not like your typical Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel.
I guess those are a separate group, but I would loop John Oliver in with what's the fucker's name?
The British dude?
Yeah. Well, John Oliver's British, but he's fuck. It's
blonde spiky hair. He does carpool karaoke. That one?
No, that's James Corden. But the other one is he's black and he's talks politics a lot.
Oh yes, Trevor Noah. Love Trevor Noah. He's good too.
Well, I looped John Oliver and Trevor Noah into that like late night show politics thing.
Yeah.
But it needs
it. modern media killed it.
Yeah,
truly,
for sure.
Because like it was, if you think about it, it was kind of like cable TV's YouTube. Like it was fun, and there were guests and celebrities, and you like, you know, it was like old time YouTube, low key.
Yeah, I felt like networking. You see all these celebrities.
Yeah,
and,
you're promoting something
more candidly than you usually would.
Like Hot Ones, I would watch that any day over fucking Jimmy Fallon or something.
For sure. Can you imagine if Hot Ones like was created back then? It would be definitely like a 9:30 time slot show.
100%.
And then
that show is so good. They could do like, you know, because each Hot Ones episode is like 10 minutes. So they could do like 3 in an episode.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on the amount of questions they ask, but someone can go for like 30 minutes. They could fill a time slot nice and neatly. But I don't think Sean Evans would want to do 3 shows in a night.
No, he would not.
3 racks of
He would be shitting liquid all the time.
Well, I mean, he does maybe twice or 3 times a week sometimes.
Right.
So
no, he's still shitting plenty of hot wing stuff.
There are certain people on YouTube, like being like a platform with all this like weird new media, especially related to food, like where I'm curious how their physiology works. One is Sean Evans, and then have you ever watched a Matt Stoney video?
Is he the dude?
He's a guy. He wears a bandana, like half Asian, I think, and he eats just a copious amount. He's like one of the best speed eaters in the world.
Is he like fucking crazy?
He acts pretty calm. He acts pretty chill.
What's his name?
Matt Stoney.
Matt Stoney.
And just like he just does like the crazy. Like if you just look at the thumbnails of his videos.
This is not who I was thinking of.
But if you look at the thumbnails of his videos, like 20,000 calories in one sitting, or like
he's skinny,
10 pounds food. He's skinny. Yeah, he's skinny, and he acts super chill when he's eating like more food than I would eat in a week in one sitting.
Yeah.
And so I'm just always curious about, like, I would like to know what they do in their lives. Like, do they eat food outside of that? Like, how is their intestines working out?
Like, do they like starve themselves for a day so they can take that video?
Yeah. Do they only eat challenges? Like, is their entire, because if you just one challenge a week where you're eating enough food to fill your, like,
for like days,
like, is his manager just being like, all right, Stoney, so you're eating 10,000 calories of Pop Rocks this week and nothing else, so just get ready for that.
Yeah.
And next week you've got a burger that's taller than you.
It's a 120-pound burger.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm curious. And then with Sean Evans, like, I feel like your bowels just can't get used to that. Like, I feel like there has to be something going on there.
I don't know. I think at his point, they might be used to it.
Maybe it's because
just a testament. He takes that shit like a champ.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's just a testament to the adaptability of the human body.
Yeah.
Like,
because every episode he's like, I'll take a dab. Do you want? Because every time he's like, I'm gonna have some, but are you gonna have some? And the guest is like, I don't know.
I mean, maybe he's just a robot. I mean, although
he might be.
Earlier on he did act just like his guest, where it was just like, because he was just a normal dude and he just gets thrown into this like by his like friends and like his idea and his friends' ideas, and then like he's also suffering just as much as guests are. But God, I mean, when we took the last dab over on Christmas Day, like, I can't.
That bitch was hot.
I can't imagine.
That bitch was fucking hot.
It was like we had to end the episode pretty quick after that. Yeah, I was losing my composure.
Yes, because everyone took a bite and we were like, "Well, shit,
bye,
bye, guys.
We gotta go." Before I think I went upstairs. I was like, dude, I was crying in the club, man. That was brutal.
Yeah, the dude who I said was crazy, who I was trying to think of. Can you guess of who that was?
No, I don't heard.
Nikocado Avocado. Wait, is that his name?
Oh,
Nikocado Avocado. This dude.
I have not seen that guy before.
Really?
No.
Dude, I see him on like meme compilations.
Yeah.
He's fucking crazy. Like I don't know anything about him. He's crazy.
One of those guys.
He just cries and eats a ton of food and yells. It's just gross. I don't know. Like, look at this. What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Internet's a strange place, man.
It is very strange. Also, I got sidetracked earlier when we were talking about streaming services. What I was going to do, I just opened up my phone on the HBO Max homepage and was just going to see what they had to offer. Oh, my God. Because that's exactly what I did yesterday. It's funny we were talking about it. I opened my phone up on HBO Max to watch Doctor Who because it's just fucking
gas.
Hot. Because that's on HBO Max too.
I remember rewatching the 11th Doctor just over and over.
Thank you.
The best one.
I was arguing about this with Kai yesterday. I was like, Matt Smith's the best one. And he was like, okay, this is what she said. She was like, they're all great, but he's kind of cringy, you know? I'm like, the fuck?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's cool.
He's cool.
He's fucking hilarious.
He's cool. And like the cringy shit he says is like it's like
he does it so well.
It does it so well, so it's not.
He does it so well.
Like Peter Capaldi had one episode where they fought emoji robots. I was about to fucking kill myself.
I haven't kept up with
me either.
The latest.
I just saw that on like a meme of Doctor Who. But season 5 and 6,
honestly, like peak television, like just
so
solid
good.
Golden television. I just remember rewatching that and.
Like to Amy and River and all that shit.
To have that level of competency with your storytelling is like it's just S tier.
And like how River's going this way and he's going this way, and like as you first saw River, she knows everything about him, and when you see River at the beginning, you know all about her, bro.
It's fantastic.
So good.
It is fantastic. And my brother is of the opinion that David Tennant is the best one.
Well, he's right there next to him. It's like the two of them are like,
Yeah,
I like Eccleston too.
He was okay, honestly. Like I sometimes put Eccleston above David Tennant just because David Tennant always rubbed me the wrong way, and I also didn't as much like the episodes he was in, just in like the not even like the main story arc, just like the side stuff.
like the filler Tennant episodes.
The filler Matt Smith episodes were just so fun. Just like there's certain episodes I could just rewatch
Amy's Dream,
over and over.
You remember that one?
Yes, fantastic.
Where they were flipping back and forth between the village and the TARDIS.
Yeah,
that shit was hard.
Like it's just
the fucking Van Gogh episode. Oh my goodness! God, shit was hard.
The song they play at the end of that thing
makes me want to.
It's on my playlist.
I'm getting chills.
It's on my playlist, and I re-listen to it all the time. It is like my dream to work on like a TV show like that is so tight like that,
so immaculate.
Yes, and so clean. Now I don't think. I mean, it's calmed down now, but definitely like something akin to it in its league. Just sounds so fun.
Yeah, I went back and watched 5 and 6, and I was like, man, those shits are bangers.
Yeah.
And then I skipped Capaldi because like as Capaldi was airing, I watched his first couple episodes, and I was like, it's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Then I stopped, and then I watched Jodie Whittaker. I watched all of her stuff. She's not bad. Okay. I enjoy her. She kind of is like an accumulation of all of them. She's got Smith traits, she's got Tennant traits, she's got Eccleston traits, and she's got Capaldi traits. It's really weird, but it works. And it's majority Smith and Tennant, like the way she does it. It's pretty cool. But have you heard about the most recent arc with her?
No, I haven't.
It's called The Timeless Child. Okay, do you want me to spoil it for you?
Sure, yeah, I don't care.
Okay. And yes, this is a spoiler if you have not seen the most recent season of Doctor Who.
Oh, God.
So she's been, the most two recent seasons are 11 and 12, and those are her. And season 13 is coming out later this year. But I watched 11 and 12 with her, which are her first ones. And in 12, the Master's back again, by the way, because he never fucking dies.
Is he the same actor?
No.
Okay.
No. Because there was the white dude with Tennant, and then...
I did like that.
I liked him.
I liked him as a villain.
Yeah. And then Capaldi had the Master, but it was an old girl. She was like an old woman.
Interesting.
Yeah, her nickname was Missy also.
And are these reincarnations of him?
Yeah, he's regenerating.
Okay.
Yeah, same dude.
For sure.
And the third one is like this Indian dude with like a beard, and he's with Jodie Whittaker. And he like comes back, of course, whatever, and shows Jodie Whittaker that he destroyed Gallifrey. Right? Because remember Matt Smith and them saved it or whatever. Like
they put it in the painting.
Right. Exactly. Correct. And so Jodie Whittaker's like, yeah, Gallifrey's whatever. And Master's like, have you been back home recently? And she's like, no. He's like, I blew that shit up, literally. So he blew that shit up.
He destroyed the painting, or he like undid it?
He went to Gallifrey and explored everything.
Okay, interesting.
And Jodie Whittaker, literally, this is a quote from her. She's like, what the fuck? I saw it in the Time War blow up, and now the Master blew it up. I'm pissed. Like, literally, she was like that. But anyway, there's the Timeless Child. So the Master takes her to destroy Gallifrey. They go to like this data bank of all the Time Lord's memories and consciousnesses and like all this shit. And they find out that the Doctor, there's not just 13 of, like Jodie Whittaker isn't just, she's had 1 million lives. She was the very first Time Lord, and like they harnessed her energy, and like every 12 regenerations, they just like make her, they wipe all her memory, and like Jodie Whittaker's like, what the fuck? I've had like 1 million regenerations and no one fucking told me. Like the elder Time Lords like wiped her memory every 12 regenerations.
That's whack.
Yeah.
That's whack.
Like there was like 10 people on Gallifrey, and they went out traveling to space and just found her like on some random ass planet. She was a kid just chilling, and they brought her back to Gallifrey and like adopted her and just thought she was a normal dude. And then she fucking died. She like fell off a cliff playing as a child, and she regenerated. And all these 10 Time Lords, soon to be Time Lords, are like, what the fuck is that? So they harness her energy, and like become Time Lords.
And she was like the progenitor of their entire species.
Yeah, she's like a billion. Like the Doctor's old or whatever, but she's billions of years old and is the first Time Lord. And like, going into the season, I knew all this arc because people online were losing their fucking minds over it. They were so pissed. They were like, "That's stupid."
Without build-up or more context, my initial impressions are that I don't like that.
Right, because it retcons a lot of stuff.
It does, and it makes the story feel. It changes the entire feeling of the story.
Yeah,
where like your main character doesn't have to be the be-all end-all of the story. Like they're now revealing.
They make everything like huge ultimatums.
I liked that the Doctor was just this piece of their own like world, being like just this fun, carefree Time Lord steals a time machine and all the hijinks ensue. That's cool. Mm-hmm. That's interesting to me.
Because there was one episode, and it was kind of like a fillery episode, where Jodie Whittaker bumps into this kind of like middle-aged older black woman who also has a police box TARDIS and is like, "I'm the Doctor." And Jodie Whittaker's like, "What the fuck? No, you're not." Or no, that's not what she said at first. She was like, "Oh, are you in my future? I'm about to regenerate into you." And the black woman's like, "No, that's not. I've never seen you before. I would remember that." And then it just ended. Cute. Like they just kept it going. I'm like, what the fuck was that about? So that black woman was from like one of her past lives a million years ago, who also had a blue box TARDIS.
Yeah, and if you live for millions of years being the Doctor, how do you not travel back in time to versions of yourself that like I guess what's just happened here? But
I don't know. That's what everyone else is asking, and it's fucking stupid.
I guess it's inevitable that a show that goes on for that long might like.
That's a good point.
We'll just do stuff like that.
That's a good point.
Because even like David Tennant level hijinks or Matt Smith level hijinks couldn't like keep going forever. They have to do something, but it's really like a impossible situation because like you can either change stuff and most likely like tank it just because people miss what you did. But if you keep doing what you did, people will get bored of it.
Yeah.
But man,
it's a lot to take in, and like I don't know. It was weird. It's just fucking,
that is really weird.
I don't know. Timeless child. Literally, it was just some random ass kid. And then, oh my God, I forgot to tell you this part. The whole master's plan was to when he destroyed Gallifrey, he kept all the bodies and gave all the bodies to Cybermen to turn into Time Lord Cybermen that if you kill the Cybermen, it would regenerate. I was like, what the fuck is happening? That is the most broken shit. And the Cybermen had like shit. They had like the Gallifrey robes and like the shit on. It was so funny to look at. I was like, wow, they ran out of ideas such a long time ago.
Yeah, compare this to like shit that happened 10 years ago.
Like what the fuck? Cybermen Time Lords who were also dead but can regenerate. Like what the fuck?
They're just in the fucking like green, like they're in the room where they're just building. They have a big whiteboard and they're just like taking words from the show and just combining them, right?
Literally.
Like they just pulled Cybermen and Time Lord out of a hat and they were like,
I want to see if I can show you this.
Let's run it.
Oh my God, this shit is so fucking stupid. Okay, this is blurry, but.
Oh, I think I've seen a meme of those before.
Yeah, dude, like what the fuck?
That shit does look whack. And it was something about, I mean, it's gotten better now, but something about like the campy CGI in the 10 and 11 Doctors was nice. It was. It felt so. It made even like this, like the most intense or scariest episodes feel more light and like even like the Angels episodes and for the 11th Doctor, which are some of the greatest ones.
Fucking bonkers.
Still like are kept very light just by his presence on screen, but also just the feeling that it's like old. But God,
remember Blink?
With that was the first time they were shown, right?
That was Tenet and the Angels, and that
was a terrifying one. I remember watching that when I was like 10.
That was spooky.
And I was like, God damn. I was curled up, man. You know, our neighbors across the street right here, they have a statue in their backyard. And it's like it looks like a priest or something like that, but his hands are literally cupped over his face, and his back is facing our porch. And I swear to God,
what, you can see it? Like, from
if
your
you
yard?
stand up, if I stand up on this back porch right here, overlooking the backyard, you can look into their backyard and see it. And I swear to God, if it ever moves even an inch, I'm burning my neighbor's house down.
Damn,
I am committing arson. It is just the perfect, it is the exact like stone, like not like with wings and all that shit, but it is the perfect looking statue. And it terrifying. It's terrifying. I always, like, whenever I go out in the morning, I just like, and to get some fresh air, I just look over and I'm just like, good.
Don't fucking move.
You haven't moved.
You better not fucking move. Like, remember when they made the Statue of Liberty a Weeping Angel?
That was a little goofy.
That was a little goofy. That was a little,
but you know, that
was like, all right,
that
slow your roll, bitch. Like,
that was the last episode with Rory and Amy though. So
yeah,
best sidekicks. By far.
And Amy's so bad.
Dude, that so actress is so bad.
Karen Gillan is so bad.
Even as Nebula, she's bad.
Bald bitch, I don't care.
Yeah, right. She can still get it. My brother came into town for Hella Mega Tour, right?
Right.
And he hasn't watched any of the Marvel shows yet. So
oh wow.
Me and Nick were like, just watch Loki. We don't need to watch the other ones like as much, but let's just watch Loki. And I'm like about to start Loki, and he's like, all right, so like important things to remember is like remember when Loki picks up the Tesseract in Endgame and he just dips, and then like and the Hulk is talking with the Supreme about timelines and shit like that. And he's like, no, I don't remember that. And I was thinking back to it. When he came back from 2 years in Vietnam, he had this like really fucked up like sleep schedule where he couldn't stay awake past 10:30 because he like for 2 years he had never fucking been awake past 10:30. And I was remembering that over a year ago, back in March when he came back. And I was catching him up on all the Marvel movies. We watched Endgame together. And I remember sitting in our living room watching Endgame. And he gets through the first hour. And then he fucking passes out through to the middle hour. Which is literally...
That's where everything happens.
As soon as they time travel to...
New York?
From when they time travel to Thanos like blowing up the Avengers base, he misses all of that. And so I'm like, shit. And so I get out of Loki and I go over to Endgame. And I'm like, all right, we're just going to breeze through this real quick. We're just going to show you a few things. And so I had to sit with him for like 30 minutes, both showing and describing shit that happened in Endgame. And then like, okay, now we can watch Loki. It was really funny.
Yeah, because like the time travel, you miss Stark's dad.
Yeah, he missed that too. And I showed him
that's
that.
The best
and
one.
And he was like, oh man, that's he's like, I can't believe I missed that.
That one was so good.
No, but yeah, so I had to show him that before watching Loki.
Yeah.
But the concert, there was something I wanted to touch on, but so the concert was like all of like bands that like our parents would have listened to, Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day, music that I also listened to as a kid. And God, these guys are fucking old now.
Yeah.
Like
Weezer especially.
Weezer especially. Their drummer looks like your uncle, who's like not your uncle specifically, but an uncle who's like older than your dad, who like is in the same generation as him, but looks old. Like he had like a neck, like old. He had like an old guy neck. He was bald with like gray, like fuzzy hair. It was bad. The front man Rivers still looked pretty good. He had a mullet and a mustache on.
Did they play the Hey, yeah, it's automatic? Do you know that song?
No,
I think it's called Automatic.
That's
like the only Weezer song I like. Thanks.
Interesting. Only Weezer song you like?
No, not like, but only one I can like recollect.
For sure.
I know and love a lot of Weezer songs, but that's like the one.
Yeah, Weezer was the one I was most excited for, really. But they went second in the night, so like it was still like daylight out, and so by the time night falls, the sun set around like halfway through the Fall Out Boy set. So
was it just those three?
Fall Out Boy. It was opened by the Interrupters, which is a smaller band, which I actually really liked too. But
dude, I was just listening to Fall Out Boy. Sugar We're Going Down.
Oh, beautiful.
Banger.
Beautiful live too.
Banger.
Fall Out Boy. So like with all three of these bands, they have their old shit and their new shit. And for Weezer and Green Day, I like both of I like pretty much all of the stuff they make. But for Fall Out Boy especially, I really don't like their new stuff.
Really?
And so like through their new songs, I'm actually just like actively like bored and just like, ugh.
Really?
Yeah, like the one that played at the end of Big Hero 6, Centuries. Like
that was Fall Out Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And like, well, because they make the songs that go on the big movies now.
Yeah.
That's like their whole thing. And like just some of their newer songs just really got to me. But their old songs were really big bangers. And they're shooting fire. Nice. And fireworks. The guitarist had a flamethrower attached to his guitar. It was an exciting time. And then Green Day just comes out playing American Idiot. You ever heard American Idiot?
Of course.
Yeah. And you know, the opening line is, I don't want to be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new media. And it got me thinking. The whole song is about not being propagandized to, or not being like controlled by the media.
Right.
And that came out. It's very applicable today. It came out in
2004?
2004, exactly. Yeah, 2004, 17 years ago. And it just feels so interesting that that era of feeling like the news is like being too politicized started like after like 9/11.
Before internet media.
Yeah, and
well, maybe.
And it hasn't changed. It's still a problem today.
Damn.
And that even. This is something I was also going to mention like a few weeks ago. What on Hulu, I was rewatching a show called Raising Hope, which is just like this family sitcom. Fucking guy gets a serial killer pregnant and like raises the baby after she's executed. The specifics aren't important, but in this one episode where all the characters have to come up with like an invention, this old senile grandma who's like a big comic relief character, like in her like hundreds or something like that. She says like, oh, I have an idea. We should come up with a 24-hour news cycle so that to keep everyone informed. And then she's like, wait, that's a terrible idea because it'll just like water down the news and make every small event extremely politicized. And that was in 2009. It just like it.
I mean,
it makes me.
That's what shit is now.
It is, and like it's exactly what we're talking about now. But like, if you had pulled any of those lines, if American Idiot was written today, you'd be like, yeah, they're talking about the Fox and CNNs of the world right now.
Aged perfectly.
And it's just crazy that we've been battling this for 20 years, and it feels like we're saying the same shit. And like, it's not.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
It is. It's just it's crazy.
Shit has not changed.
Yeah, we're still.
It all started with fucking Bush. God damn it! It's all fucking George W's fault.
Just like Patriot. I mean, like I've taken a lot of time to study like the political areas and like the years in which that really shaped what we see now, mainly the 70s and the early 2000s being 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really interesting. But what is what's the word? Good to see, I should say, is that across the board, all news media organizations, mainstream news media organizations, have like had terrible ratings over the past 4 months or 5 months.
Yeah, you know why?
I can
Orange Man not on screen.
Yeah, they have just been they've been tanking. And
yeah,
like
I believe
laying
it.
off people and like cutting down, and it is beautiful to see.
Because they for 4 years they were riding their high horses, covering the same shit every day.
Yeah, they had.
And now that they can't do that anymore.
Yeah. And they're still talking about him, just trying to get their numbers up. And he's not even doing shit. Like sometimes he'll say some stupid shit and like they'll be like, look at that. And then sometimes he'll just be like, we got a picture of him. Look at this. He's such a fucking goat. Or
it's funny enough. This loops back to the beginning of this fucking show. That's the same thing with late night.
Yeah.
All those fucking late night people were on Trump for 4 years straight, and now they're not.
Trevor Noah, I see all these clips about him just talking about Trump constantly. And it is funny how when YouTube recommends late night shows, they typically get ratioed, like especially if they're about politics, they get ratioed to hell. And just the comments, I'm just sifting through it. It's just hilarious. It's just like people was clowning on them for still talking about the former president.
It was kind of weird. Yesterday at work, I saw on like the TV, they were playing, I don't even know if it was like a big news source, just like some news thing. And I saw like an interview with Trump. Like I saw his face and I was like, I have not seen that man on TV in 5 months.
Right?
Literally.
Yeah, he hasn't done any like big media
appearances. As soon as he lost, he just like off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
So weird.
Just like hid away in a mansion somewhere.
Like zero anything of him.
Well, he's been spotted at stuff, but he hasn't like gone on media. Like famously, he was at UFC 264 in Vegas, and that
was just like a month ago.
It was a big thing actually. Addison Rae was there because she was like she had just been like talking with their marketing team, and she got to be like a reporter for the night, which stirred up a lot of controversy.
Really?
Yeah, just people saying dumb shit. Bitch. Well, she's posted on Instagram or something like that, like got to work for the UFC today, and everyone's just like, people work way harder in broadcast journalism, and they don't get the opportunity.
Shit.
Yeah, stupid shit like that.
Oh shit!
And then another one
it's
was
not real journalism. It's a PR stunt.
Exactly.
It's not that. It's not that deep.
Yes,
it ain't that deep.
Yes, exactly. And another thing was that she went up. Donald Trump was sitting ringside next to Dana White. And she went up to like introduce herself, and she shook his hand and like said like, "Oh, it's nice to meet you" and all that. And people were clowning on her too, for that. And so he was there, and he met like a lot of important figures. Like Joe Rogan was talking about how he met him for the first time. He like came over to the commentator booth with Joe Rogan sitting cage side, and just shook Donald Trump's hand. I
don't really find her that like everyone's like, "Oh, she's so wet." I don't find her super hot personally. Like there's the song "I Want to Bam," like I get it, but like I don't know.
I mean, she's just like attractive, but like
like typical,
I've noticed. Now that I've TikTok and all the other clip sharing things have become a lot more prolific, I should say, is that there's like it's a hard thing to put into words, but girls are there's a lot of like attractive females on TikTok and on like any source like that, just doing shit, and they become very undistinguishable from themselves when they're just all doing the same songs and movements, and it's just
that's
like
how the fucking
so Addison Rae is just one of like a tier of just of just the same.
One does one thing is like, oh my god, she's hot. Every other girl does it, automatically is like over with.
Well, it's like an overstimulus where if you see 10 attractive girls doing the same thing, sure they're all attractive, but the definition of attractive comes down when so many people are like
attractiveness is almost rarity, and if it's not rare anymore, shit is lame.
And everything is more valuable. When its supply is limited.
Right, exactly. It's supply and demand. Like what the fuck?
That's a motto I live my life by, actually.
Really?
Not a motto exactly, but I do like it. But that rule can apply to a lot of things. The fact that things are more valuable in limited supply.
Oh yeah.
Things like your word, your promises. Like if you say I promise, like, or you like say like on God, or like you're giving your word out to everybody, it lessens the value of it, especially if you don't like come up with it, which is inevitable if you use it
like
too
if
much.
You say you'll do stuff all the time and just don't do anything, that shit comes ass. Down. Yeah.
Or like just the word like love, like if you sell that to everybody, then it's gonna bring the value of that word from you down. And it works with
like you tell your
all your relationships.
You finally tell your girlfriend you love her, and she's like, "Yeah, you told her the fucking policeman down the street 2 weeks ago. I don't care."
Yeah, you tell it to like all your friends or all your female friends, even just and so that's what I try to do. You in my interpersonal relationships, if you limit, and even just your words, like just anything you say. If you're the guy that talks all the time, people won't pay attention to you. Yeah. But if if you're
the quiet kid who talks some shit once a year, you're like, oh shit.
It's the word of the prophets.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Speak soft and carry a big stick.
Because one, they're like, oh my god, he speaks, and then two, they're like, that's the shit he's saying. Like
exactly. Yeah. Thank you for joining me, Jack.
Of course.
You're now the only person I've had 2 one-on-one episodes.
What the fuck is up, Parsa and TJ?
Dude,
what the fuck going on?
Parsa's gonna get pissed at you for putting your shoes on the couch. He's gonna be like, motherfucker.
He'd be like, get your goddamn boots off my couch. He'd be like, you're a fucking snake.
He's gonna clown your shoes too, just for no reason. He's just gonna be like, these ugly, whatever they are.
The shoes you were wearing at the gym last night were fucking gross. And you know what he's gonna say to that? They're my gym shoes. I was leaving Publix.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, dude, I just got off work. I have a job.
Bro, I pulled up to the gym last night to film him, and this man, like, I was a few minutes late. I'm not even gonna lie. He was like, oh, fashionably late, I see. I was like, the amount of times you've been late to shit, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want that audio to come into my ears. Like, shut the hell up.
Parsa lives on his own time.
You're a fucking snake. Some fiends. Alrighty.
That man is so fucking hilarious.
I know.
Thank you all for joining me. We'll see you back next weekend. In place of TJ, I would like to say, everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Chill out and get ready for Monday. I know some of you are going back to school. But until then, this is 426. Out.
Bye, everybody.